Hi, this is Jim Musser with UpStream Ministries, and this is episode 46 of Views from Downstream. And this week, I want to focus on some words or a phrase that appears in the scriptures 11 times in the Old Testament, where God tells Moses, God tells Joshua, and David tells Solomon, be strong and courageous. And I think it's important that we really internalize that, because in anything that we're called to do, it is quite likely that we will face resistance or pressure to conform when our passion, our calling is very much different. In essence, we're swimming upstream against the current of the culture, of our community. And I just want to focus on that this week, because I think in order to change the dynamic of raising kids spiritually, both the church, the local church, and parents are going to have to be strong and courageous in doing what needs to be done in order to help young people grow up to be strong and committed followers of Jesus. And so that's what I want to focus. I'll use myself as an example. Not that I'm super courageous, but in essence, I have a passion for seeing kids raised biblically. And we're in a Christian culture that goes against that. The culture will say that's what we're committed to. But when confronted with the lack of success in what they're doing and how they're doing it, they resist. And I can count a number of times where I've tried to have conversations with pastors. I've tried to have conversations with parents. And it's like they just aren't really understanding what I'm trying to get at, or just really think this guy's off the wall. And so I realize that I need to be strong and courageous. There was a couple years ago, I was on a prayer walk in a local park, and I was just praying to God because I was discouraged. And I felt like that UpStream Ministries was not really taking off the way I had anticipated. And I just prayed to God. And I was walking past actually a trash can. And my eyes just went to the lid, and it said push. And I really just felt the Lord tell me, keep pushing. Just keep pushing. And I think another way to phrase that is be strong and courageous. Keep doing what you are called to do, what I've called you to do. And so that's what I've been trying to do. And it's been tough. I mean, if I look at the views of this channel, they're very small. And I'm not sure what kind of impact I'm really having. I'm not turning into some kind of mega star, mega preacher, mega influencer. But I still believe that God wants me to do this. And so whether I have 1 million views or 3, I'm going to continue to do this, to call out the church, to call out parents to a higher calling than what they have been doing. And to do it in spite of the risks of doing that. And I'll get into those. I've talked about risks before, but I'll get into more this week. What often serves as a resistance and why we need to push through that and be and be strong and courageous to do what God is commanding us to do. So I will see you back here on Wednesday, and I look forward to having this discussion. Have a great day.